Wait a second. Did it really work that easily? Hey everyone, I'm Jerry. I work with DeFi arbitrage. I look for price differences between platforms and make money from that. At the same time, I run my own channel where I share news, analysis, and anything I honestly find useful. And first of all, I want to say thank you for your support. Seriously, your comments, reactions, and feedback after the videos give me a lot of energy and motivation to keep doing this regularly. I really appreciate it. A little bit about me. I didn't get into crypto because of the hype and not because it became trendy. At some point, traditional finance just stopped feeling interesting to me, but what is happening with decentralized space inside DeFi protocols is a completely different story. There's movement there are opportunities, and there are interesting mechanics, but at the same time, there are plenty of those that promise one thing on paper and give you something totally different in reality. And honestly, that really annoys me. So over time, I've built up a kind of immunity to things like that. Now I approach everything with maximum skepticism and pay close attention to every detail. Recently, my friend sent me a screenshot of one tool and showed me how it looked on his side. And honestly, I immediately had a lot of questions. Too many questions. That's exactly why I got curious and decided to check how it actually works in real time. In moments like this, I always check every single letter very carefully so I don't end up on a fake page. Useful habit. All right, I open it and go to Telegram.
This video is for educational and demonstration purposes only.
At first glance, the interface here is pretty simple and not overloaded. I'll quickly set everything up and just see how it performs. At the same time, I'll explain what I personally look at when I test a new tool. First, I always try to understand where the catch is. That's already a professional headed from arbitrage. You should gotta understand where the risk is hidden, then most likely the risk is already on you. Your logic here is exactly the same. Second, stability. One good result means absolutely nothing. I'm not interested in a story like it worked once. I need to understand whether this can be used systematically, repeatedly, and without a lottery effect. That's exactly what I'm checking right now. So far, everything is going more or less the way it should. But I'm definitely not going to relax until the very end. And once again, this is just my personal experiment out of curiosity. I'm not giving any recommendations here. These candidates for adults only, and any decision that you make is fully at your own risk. Always check everything yourself. If you've been in DeFi for a while, you probably know what slippage is. It's the difference between the result you expect and the result you actually get. And honestly, a huge number of tools I've tested get exposed exactly because of this. They say one thing, but in practice it's something completely different. I used to take it calmly. Okay, it didn't fit, moving on. But when you waste time on this again and again, at some point it truly starts to get frustrating. Because time is probably the most valuable resource, and especially now, so you won't spend it only on things that actually deserve attention. All right, stopping this, I'm here. And it looks like everything comes down to just a couple of actions. Although, yeah, time is an expensive resource. Sometimes waiting a little is still worth it. The only question is this: does the waiting pay off? If yes, then this tool really has slippage close to zero. If not, then it's the same old story about just seen dozens of times. Okay, it's loading and now I'm going to find out. This part is okay. Important moment. I need to make sure that I don't miss here because it would be pretty silly to make such a simple mistake during such a simple action. So checking carefully. Yeah, great. Half of the job is done. Once again, this is not financial advice and not a call to repeat anything. I'm simply showing my personal experience and sharing what I see myself. And honestly, I entered this test with no expectations at all. Recently, there have been too many disappointments to hope for anything in advance. But what I'm seeing right now is, to put it mildly, surprising. Yeah, so far, the slippage really looks almost zero. And there's one last and important moment left. So I'm going calmly, patiently, and waiting. Come on. Come on, refreshing. Wait a second. Did it really work that easily? Honestly, I even froze for a second. Looks pretty strong and I have to admit quite impressive. But again, everything just starts under my personal past, nothing more. Everyone will have their own opinion, their own conclusions, and their own attitude toward all of this. I'm not teaching anyone and I'm not pushing anyone to do anything. I'm simply recording my personal experience. That's it for now. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.